All right, guys. The Utah Jazz get a nice win against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the Hoops Nerd Show. Before we get into this, I know you guys are talking about the choppiness. I'm figuring some things out, but we've started doing live streams of these. It seems like people enjoy them. It's a little easier for me actually because it's a little less production, so I get these up actually a little quicker. I know tonight's a little bit late, but I was at my daughter's basketball practice teaching her the beautiful game. But we're going to just keep doing this. I'm going to figure it out. It's going to get a little bit better each and every time. But this gives you guys a chance to join the live stream and talk with me during the show. We're also going to find things out. Figure some things out with the channel, but make sure that you're liking these videos, subscribed, hit the bell to get notifications. That would be great. The channel is growing, guys. It's because of you. You're amazing, and I appreciate it. All right, so the Utah Jazz go against one half of the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's like a grilled cheese sandwich. They cut it in half. Half of this Cavaliers team did not play tonight. They were, they have guys out with COVID protocol, injuries, all sorts of different things. You can't name it all. It was a depleted team. This was not a very competitive game. I try to talk about every other team the Jazz play, and I do love the league, and I do watch these teams outside of just playing the Jazz. I've watched the Cavs probably 3 or 4 times this year just because they've been fun and they've been surprisingly good. I was sad to see Exum go down. You guys all know my feelings about Exum. I think his defense is going to help out the Cavs. I love Colin Sexton. He's turning into a legit stud. I don't know if he's going to be an all-star, but he's going to be a borderline all-star at least. And maybe he takes another step and becomes an all-star. I don't know. The East is kind of weak. He could become an all-star. So that's pretty cool. Garland, I'm still a little wondering if he's going to take that next step. It just feels like he should be making more shots than he does. When he came out of college, I thought he would just be a better shot maker than what he seems to be. But he has become a nice assist guy. He does set up his teammates really well. So, it was too bad we didn't get to see those guys. The guy you guys know I like, and I did a video on him, is Isaac Okoro. We got to see him tonight. Obviously, he's not there yet. He's just figuring it out. But I saw, he made one 3-point shot. The stroke looked pretty nice. His defense is really good. But he's going to be kind of either an elite role player, or if he takes a step, can be a real stud. But I think at the very least, he's going to be an incredible 3-and-D guy for them, who is going to be able to do a lot of things. And tonight, you kind of saw what he could do. His defense is solid. He can play multiple positions. So it was nice to see. That's it. The Jazz beat him by like 30 or 40, whatever it was. So that's all we can say about the Cavs. Utah's won 3 in a row, guys. And I know tonight was kind of a gimme, although we thought we had a gimme against the Nets when they rested Kevin Durant, and that did not happen. But there's some things you got to be happy about. Now, is it something that you should get, lose your mind over? No, because the Jazz were playing against Isaac Okoro and the Cleveland Cavalier G League team tonight. And Cedi Osman is really good. I like him. But it was just not a full team. They were playing practice tonight. This was a walkthrough. But it was nice to see Bojan Bogdanovic hitting his shots, and he's done it the last 2 games or so. John Delano, George Niang, solid 15 points in 14 minutes. Yes. It's nice to see George Niang hit some shots. A lot of people say a lot of things about George Niang, but he can hit threes, and he's played better defense this year. He's actually played a lot better this year than people give him credit. When he's hitting his three, he's really nice, and he's proven that he can do a little more. He's got that nice soft touch around the rim. 14 minutes is about as much as you want George Niang on the floor because, he can get taken advantage of by elite athletes in the league and starters and things like that. But in that role where he's playing 10 to 15 minutes a game, nice. But for the Jazz, it's really nice to see Donovan Mitchell really shine. He played really well tonight. 27 points on really nice percentages. Just going over it, 5 for 7 from 3, which is, that's fire. 4 times at the line tonight, guys. He's starting to consistently get to the free throw line. If he's always at least 4 free throws a game, you're going to see these high numbers. And he was 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. So that's pretty good. Shout out to me for saying 4 for 4 from the free throw line without stumbling on my words. That's how we do on this channel. But anyways, Donovan Mitchell's looking really good. He's assisting on a very high level of his team's shots. So he's getting the ball to his teammates. He's scoring efficiently, and he's getting to the line. It's exciting to see. Tonight he had 4 assists, 5 for 7 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and 3 rebounds. Just solid stuff. And 9 for 15 from the field. So you're playing against a depleted Cavs team, but that's what you want to see. If he's struggled, what does that tell you? So 27 points for Donovan Mitchell. The other guy we've got to be really excited about, and he's sixth man of the year, it's not even close at this point, is Jordan Clarkson, guys. Jordan Clarkson is having a 50-40-90 season. That's the stuff of like Kevin Durant, and I know he's off the bench, but this is like insane efficiency for Jordan Clarkson. 57% from the field, 8 for 14, 5 for 9 from 3, 55% from 3. You know what else was really exciting? Jordan Clarkson had, if I'm reading this right, 4 assists. And, the word in the street, or at least with the Nationals, is that Jordan Clarkson doesn't pass the ball. Jordan Clarkson takes the ball and he shoots. And you know what? That's what he does, and that's what you want him to do as on this Jazz team. But he's moving the ball a little bit, Jordan Clarkson is in the perfect role. Sixth man. Come in, get buckets. That's his role, and he's doing it great. But you know what? There are times where that makes things easy on the defense. If they know that Jordan Clarkson will literally never pass the ball, then just double him. That's easy defense. So if there is even a slight threat that Jordan Clarkson's going to pass the ball, and he's starting to show that, 4 assists is a very great sign. That means you can't just load up on Jordan Clarkson and leave like George Niang open, or leave Mie Oni or Joe Ingles or whoever you have on the bench shooting threes. If you can just double, that's easy. But since Jordan Clarkson is like playing within the offense, scoring at an incredible level, and also just moving the ball, playing unselfishly, it's great. He basically does 2 things now. He shoots threes, or he goes to the rim and does his like little mid-range floater shot. And I swear he makes it every time. His touch around the rim is unbelievable. It's really, really good. Troy, JC has extreme passion for the game. You can tell he loves playing it. You're right. He loves basketball. And you want guys like that on your team. Guys that just love to play basketball. When Jordan Clarkson's out there, when JC is out there, it's just fun to watch because he's loving it. He's enjoying it. He's having fun. It's really great. Nate Moto Dragon, I agree about Clarkson. Other teams are starting to get the gist. Yeah, he's fantastic. He's the best 6 man in the league right now. It's not close. 50-40-90, are you serious? It's remarkable what he's doing. And he's just got incredible touch. That 3-point shot, it almost feels like it's automatic at this point. If he's got an open 3, a spot up 3, it's just going in. He's really figured out, and he's become just a super player for the Jazz. He is really, really worth that money. Luke Larson, I want Hughes and Oni to be given a chance out there. I think they could elevate the team. Yes, I agree. All right, this was a weird thing, and I wrote about this on SLC Dunk. By the way, go to slcdunk.com. Read all the stuff there. It's great. Best coverage, best site out there. But why is Quinn keeping the starters in against the Cleveland Cavaliers? The Jazz are up by 30 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are playing their, rookies, young players, and their bench because they have half their team gone. Why are we playing our starters with only 5 and up until 5 minutes left in the game? It would have been nice to see Udoka out there giving Derek Favors some rest and give Udoka some minutes. Let Elijah Hayes get out there and get buckets. We saw him tonight. He hit like 2 for. Let's just see what Elijah Hughes did from 3 tonight. He was hitting it all. 2 for 4 from 3 from Elijah Hughes. Let's just let him go out there and get some minutes, soak up some time, so that like Rudy Gobert, Derek Favors, Joe Ingles rested tonight, so these guys can get a little bit of rest. I like to see Royce O'Neal get a little rest. That guy plays a lot of minutes. Tonight he played 29 minutes against a depleted Cavs team. Why? What does that really get you? I know you're getting points for Donovan, and maybe that's part of it. Maybe Quinn's trying to get these guys their money and get them their, the All-Star bids and all these things, and that's probably what it is. But at the same time, we want to win a title. We don't want to get players worn out. Utah doesn't play tomorrow because the Wizards game has been postponed. So I was thinking about that. I wonder if they'd have rested them more tonight if that wasn't the case. Otherwise, I think Quinn's out there trying to get their numbers. Let's see. John Delano. Jazz went 50% on. We're 53% on 24-45 3-pointers. That's insane. Almost beat our previous record. Yes. They're shooting the 3, and that's what's making this team so good. The offense is a little different this year. It's more 3-pointers, and I'm all for it because this team is filled with shooters and Rudy Gobert down low. So you're running pick and roll with Rudy Gobert. If it's not there, kick it out to 3-point shooters, and that's great. And Jordan Clarkson is a perfect example of that. Shoot the 3, go to the rim. That's the offense. Most efficient shots, and that's why the Jazz are just blowing teams out. Now, the big thing the Jazz need to do now is do that against really good teams. Can you do that against the best teams in the league? Can you run this offense? And the Jazz have beaten 3 really good teams this year. We'll see if they can do it as the season progresses, and then obviously in the playoffs where it's just a whole different game. Let's see. Nick Atkinson, when Bogey has 20-plus points, the Jazz haven't lost by, I believe. I'm pretty sure you're right. I don't think we have to look that up because when Bogey's, he hasn't done it a lot. So this might have been the only game, Nick, that he did it. Actually, you're right. I think he did have another game where he scored 20-plus, but I think we won by a major amount. So I think you're definitely right. When Bogey's hitting shots, this team is like flame throwers. Absolutely like atomic fireballs in our mouths and blowing our mouths up with joy as we watch the Bogey hit threes. By the way, every time he hits the floor, it seems like he destroys his wrist. It scares me every time. Troy, Rudy has been looking awkward on the offensive end. He needs to just dunk the ball. No more fancy layups. I agree. I think this Shaq stuff is, he'll not say anything, but I think it is in his head. And Rudy doing like little turnarounds and post moves and all this stuff. No, you don't need to do that, Rudy. That's not your game. When you get a lob, dunk it. When you get near the rim, bang it. Jorge Arizaga, thank you, sir. Maybe not too much, man, but we're here. Let's keep winning. Absolutely, Jorge. Thank you. The Mexican pesos rain down. Thank you, Jorge. You're amazing. But anyways, yes, Rudy needs to dunk the ball, and he needs to go up hard like a man, right? When you're at the rim, dunk that ball like a man. Do it. Do it. Dunk that ball. I totally agree. Take one out of Udoka's book and dunk that ball. You know who else has been just really, really solid is Derek Favors. He's been really good. The Jazz also have some things up their sleeve. The Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert lineup looks like a little ace up the sleeve the Jazz can kind of hold there for the playoffs. And that's another reason Derek Favors shouldn't have played very much minutes tonight at all. Derek's not searching for stats. Derek's not playing for Defensive Player of the Year or making it on the All-NBA or anything like that. Derek deserves some rest. Let Udoka feast. Let Udoka free. Free Udoka. Stephen Harris, money for that internet. Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Quinn needs to try a few different things, I think. Just like, because the Jazz need to play against a few teams that have an elite guard on the perimeter so they can guard them. And I want to see what Quinn does to do that. Because in the playoffs, Quinn did not do a lot to adjust the way the Jazz played defense, nor did he switch the lineups up to guard Jamal Murray in a way. And I want to see what Quinn does this year to kind of do that and make that, better. Because the Jazz could not stop Jamal Murray, and it cost them a playoff series. If the Jazz could have stopped Jeremy Grant as well, that would have been nice. But basically our game plan in the Denver series was outscore them. And that worked 3 times. It didn't work 4, and that's why the Jazz lost. Mike Miley, Jazz second in the West. Let's go. Yes, sir. Stop the count. Stop the count. Second in the West. Stop the count. Just stop it. We don't need to count anymore. Second in the West. I'll take it. Let's see. I don't know if I've got a lot else to say, guys. That's what I got from this game. It's a bummer that that the game is postponed tomorrow, but you know what? That is what it is. What it is. The Jazz have actually been pretty lucky with not any huge hiccups. Knock on wood with COVID, so that they don't have their games postponed or anything like that. Interestingly enough, the Jazz are one of the teams with fans in stands, and they have not had a very big COVID issue. So we at least know that the COVID with fans is not going to players. So that's good. Anyways, Nick Atkinson, every time Udoka comes in at the end of the game, he has a poster dunk. He really does. And I bet if you actually played him a little bit, he'd get on SportsCenter because he does crazy, cool things. Guys, that's all we got. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm working on a few things. I'm thinking about what I want to do to Super Chat and some ideas. We shall see. I'm wondering if we might want to do memberships and members get to comment in the comment section. We might do something like that. And that way I can read more comments more often, and that allows me to reward the members. So we're working on that, but it's hard to get all these things set up. Plus, I don't have a lot of time. We've got the full-time day job. I got 4 kids. We got a new dog. I'm tired as could be taking care of this dog, keeping it from peeing in my house and outside. I've got the SLC dunk that we run and the writing and all that. And then I got you guys and the YouTube channel. So it's a lot. So guys, it looks like the stream went pretty well tonight. That is really nice. And I just want to say you guys are amazing. Just keep watching the videos, like and subscribe, tell your friends, share it on the boards on Reddit and all these things. Share this stuff for me, guys. I appreciate it when you do. I will talk to you later, guys.